Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Aaron and today we are going to start talking about Spanish. But we finally learned the basics about the grammar, so we can now start talking about phrases and start analyzing them. So today you are going to learn basic phrases and also expressions that maybe can be useful to start a conversation and to introduce yourself. So make sure to be subscribed if you aren't subscribed yet. Leave me a like, a comment, and now yes, we can just let's get started. Well, let's start by checking the chapter number 1, how to greet someone. So here you have a list, you have an image with all the phrases that we are going to learn. Most of them you can see that there are some informal and formal forms. We're going to learn about how can say to, and yeah, that's all. First phrase, hola. This means hi, but in the informal form. So it is like hi, hola, hola. Next one, this means hello, but in a formal form. It is buenas. You can say hey, buenas, buenas, buenas. Now, the next one is buenos días. This means good morning, and you know it is formal and informal. It is both because you use it in every situation. So you say buenos días, buenos días, buenos días. And you have the next one is buenas tardes. That this means good afternoon and good evening. It is almost the same meaning for like for all situations, like for both. So you can say buenas tardes, buenas tardes, buenas tardes. Next one is buenas noches. Now this means good night. So hey, buenas noches, to greet someone, like it is for example midnight or something like that. You say hey, buenas noches, or just to leave and to say bye, you say buenas noches too. Well, with the next one, the next chapter, this is how to say how are you, how to ask someone. Well, this will be a little more complex, but it is really easy to speak, you know. So let's start. How are you in the formal form, like it is ¿qué tal? You say ¿qué tal? This, of course, the long form is ¿qué tal estás? But you usually can say ¿qué tal? And it is the same. It is formal too. You have also another formal form to how are you, and it is ¿cómo está? You say hey, ¿cómo está? Buenas, ¿cómo está? ¿Cómo buenas? ¿Cómo está? So, next one is ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás is informal. And you say hey, hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Todo bien? ¿Cómo estás? So this is the informal form, and you also have another's like what's up, how are you, and this means ¿qué hay? ¿Qué pasa? You say this as what's up. So hey, ¿qué pasa? Hola, ¿qué pasa? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Qué hay? So these both are informal. And you also can say todo bien. This means like is everything good? But in the informal form, you know, like todo bien? Hey, hola, todo bien? Now let's analyze a little about the chapter number 2.5, and this is answering to how are you. So when you have to reply to how are you. And we have some phrases, some very useful phrases that can change between formal and informal forms. So here you have the list, and we will start. Well, the first one is estoy bien, gracias. This is I'm good, thank you, in the formal form. So estoy bien, gracias. This comma means that you have to stop a little, like a second, and continue. Estoy bien, gracias. Well, next one is me siento, and you have a lot of adjectives, of good adjectives. For example, me siento bien, I feel good. Me siento genial, this great. Excelente is excellent. Espectacular is like amazing, and maravilloso is like wonderful. So me siento bien, me siento genial, me siento excelente, me siento espectacular, and me siento maravilloso. Both of them, you can see here the grammar, and it is like me siento. Me is like remembering to me, and you have the other part that is siento, which comes from the verb sentir, you know, in nominative. So this is conjugated and it is in first person. Me siento bien. For next one, we can say, well, this all of them that I already told you are, you know, like informal, but you have an exception that is excellent. I told you already. Me siento excelente. It can be useful in also how can say formal phrases. So they say ¿cómo está? And you say me siento excelente. Well, you can ask to him like ¿y tú? ¿Qué tal está usted? ¿Y usted? Like if you want to say something formal, replying but informal form, you say usted. But if it is to a friend, to someone that you know that isn't formal, well, you say tú. ¿Y tú? ¿Y tú? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Y tú? Estoy bien, gracias. ¿Y tú? Be careful because the verb siento in the other phrase can also, how can say, means that you want to sit like in a place, you know, like on a place. So for example, me siento, like just with nothing, with not an adjective after, this means that you want to sit, like you are sitting right now. For example, me siento en esta silla, this means I'm sitting like in this chair. So now yes, we can continue, and you can reply that you, for example, feel bad, you feel a little bad, how can say, yeah. So let's see, we have, for example, me siento mal, you know, like with me siento, but me siento mal with the adjective mal, that is bad. You can say estoy mal, you can say estoy muy mal, this means so much bad, you know, like I'm so bad. You can say estoy triste, this means I'm sad, estoy triste. And well, with me siento you have a lot of adjectives, like bad adjectives. For example, muy mal, terrible, pésimo, deprimido, but deprimido is like neutral. And well, you can say that like combining, mixing. For example, me siento terrible, me siento pésimo, me siento mal, me siento muy mal. And yeah, all of them are very useful, I think. Also, if you want, if the other person feels bad and you want to ask why are you sad? Well, you can say ¿por qué? ¿Por qué estás mal? This means ¿por qué? Is like why? ¿Por qué? Well, for next part we have some phrases that it is to start knowing more about the other person. So we can say, for example, ¿habla usted inglés or español? So this means do you speak English or Spanish? ¿Habla usted inglés o español? In this case, for example, you can say ¿habla usted inglés? So if you are a foreigner, you of course know already English, so you will ask ¿habla usted inglés? but he also can say to you, hablas español, like, habla usted español. This is all in the formal form. In the informal is hablas español, hablas inglés. But if you want to say in the formal is habla usted. Usted, you know that it is, this means something formal. It is like you, but in the formal form. In the informal is tú, but in the formal is usted. So that's it. Well, and for like, if you want to know about her or his name, you can ask ¿cómo se llama? This is the formal form. ¿Cómo se llama? Hey, buenas. ¿Cómo se llama? This is, well, how is your name? And you can also use the informal one, that is ¿cómo te llamas? It is te, that this is not, how can I say, it is not formal, because it is related to the pronoun tú and not usted. But if you use se, como se llama, it is formal, and it is the second person, you, but in the formal form. So, usted. But there is another one that is ¿cuál es tu nombre? And this is like formal, but also it can be neutral. So you can say, hey, ¿cuál es tu nombre? And well, that's it. See how you can reply to this question if someone asks you, how is your name? What's your name? Well, let's see. We have the first one that is informal. It is me llamo, and this means I am. Me llamo Aaron. I am Aaron. Me llamo. Me llamo Tamara. Me llamo Lorena. Me llamo Damián. Me llamo, you know, it is informal. And you have also another form, so it is neutral, and it is soy. This is like I'm, so I'm Aaron, soy Aaron. I'm Kevin, soy Kevin. I'm Lorena, soy Lorena, you know. I'm Tatiana, soy Tatiana. And you also have another formal one that is mi nombre es. This is my name is, you know, it is the most basic one. So mi nombre es is another, but it is very unusual. So you maybe can use it, but in very rarely situations, very weird situations, and it is like to say me llaman. It is like they call me, you know, like me llaman Aaron. But for example, you can say I'm Aaron, but me llaman, I don't know, how can I say this? Yeah, it is like very unusual, because it is, you have to be with someone, like a group or something like that in plural, so you can say me llaman. And yeah, let's imagine that you want to ask him or her about where he lives, where is he or she from. So you can say in the formal form, ¿de dónde eres? No, I'm sorry, ¿de dónde es? ¿De dónde es is to be formal, and ¿de dónde eres? This is informal. So you can say, ¿de dónde eres? You can ask, ¿de dónde es? In the formal form. ¿De dónde es? ¿De dónde eres? And you here have another list, but with nationalities, some important nationalities. So let's see them and let's analyze them. We have here, soy estadounidense. This is actually neutral, like neuter. It applies to both genders, like women and men. So soy estadounidense, I'm American, like from United States. Mexicano, that this is Mexican. Mexicano or mexicana in the feminine form. You know, from all of this, to make you know already that to make a feminine word you have to add the a in the final part. So with this, this means that it is feminine. So let's see, Rusa for feminine. This is a Russian girl, a Russian boy. Ruso, Rusa. We have español, española, argentino, argentina, brasileño, brasileña, ucraniano, ucraniana, kazajo, kazaja, italiano, italiana. Which more? Well, you have francés or francesa, to feminine, and alemán and alemana. Well, there are a lot of many nationalities. You just have to search about them in the feminine or the masculine form. But yeah, this rule of add an a in the final part is almost very common. So you can just follow this list. Want to, for example, add some information like, for example, I live near this city, or I live inside of this city. Well, you can say something like vivo cerca de, and you say the name of the city. That this means I live near to this city. For example, vivo cerca de Nueva York. I live near New York. Or for example, you can say vivo en. This means I live in. For example, I live in New York. Vivo en Nueva York. I think that another very, how can I say, common phrase and very useful, it is to ask someone if he or she works or she study. So let's see how we can say this. Well, the informal form from this part is estudias o trabajas. This literally means do you study or work. So you can say estudias o trabajas. Estudias o trabajas. And for the other one, that is formal form, it is like estudia o trabaja. It is almost the same, but without the s at the end. So estudia o trabaja. Estudia o trabaja. Okay. Also, you can say, you can ask if she say or he replies to you like I study. Well, like I'm a student. Well, you can ask what do you study, and this means ¿qué estudias? ¿Qué estudias? ¿Qué estudias? Okay, and you can also like that was in present simple, but you can also say it in ask it in present continuous. So you can say ¿qué estás estudiando? ¿Qué estás estudiando? ¿Qué estás estudiando? And this means what are you studying? So that's it. Let's see how you can answer to these questions. You can say, for example, I'm a student, soy un estudiante. Or you can also say, I'm a worker, soy un trabajador, soy una trabajadora, in feminine form. And you can also reply like, for example, I'm studying to be a medic. Estoy estudiando para ser una médico, médica. It depends in the feminine or masculine form. You have to know this. So we like, how can I say this? We always use un and una to this type of phrases. I'm going to teach you this in grammar, maybe for next videos. But you have to use un and una. So estoy estudiando para ser una médico, médica. And well, I think this is all for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you really find these phrases very useful, and if you like it, if If you consider that, well, yes, this already helped you, well, leave me a like, subscribe, and leave me also a comment, share with your friends, and well, that's all. Thank you so much for watching, and well, see you the next time.
Get live.